So let's go ahead and talk about this fight. I don't really hear much people talking about this fight, but it's a very good fight. Vanez Martirosyan versus Demetrius Andrade. Demetrius Andrade is an upcoming prospect right now and is looking to make his way into the contender position if he could get a win here over Vanez Martirosyan. Uh, Andrade has very good boxing skills, good jab, uh, decent defensive fighter, man. He's tall, he's long, he knows how to keep distance. He's good at doing what he does best, man. He's good at what he does best. And this is a very big fight for him, HBO. So if he could really showcase his skills here, he could find himself getting some really bigger fights and some more HBO dates. So we're gonna see. One of the criticisms of Andrade at times is people have said that he's a boring fighter and doesn't open up as much as he should. Sometimes he falls asleep in there a little bit, gets a little bit bored. But in my opinion, I think he's pretty fun to watch. I think he's a good fighter, but I mean, I think that about damn near everybody, so I guess it doesn't really count. But yeah, I mean, personally, I think he's a very good fighter. A lot of talent, a lot of tools in the toolbox, and I think he definitely has a big chance here to get a stapled win against a guy that a lot of people are very familiar with, Vanez Martirosyan. You know, on the other end, you got him. He's a guy who was able to give Arislani Laura hell in their fight. You know, he gave him a tough fight, a fight where most people didn't think he had a chance. So he's a guy who's obviously been in there with a better level of opposition than Andrade. So that's definitely going to come into play in this fight. He's more experienced, and he's a guy who likes to come forward. Um, has a lot of he's very offensive minded. You know, and he's coming in there to hurt you, man. He has a good decent punch. So this could be very interesting. You know, the different styles here can definitely make for an interesting fight. We will see. Um, you know, most people are probably gonna pick Andrade. You know, basically based on the skills that he has in the ring, and I understand that. The only thing about Andrade is obviously there are still some questions about him as far as can he take a punch and whatnot. Um, in the pros, I mean, we haven't really got the opportunity to really see that yet. And if I'm nitpicking with him, the only thing that would kind of worry me about Andrade is the fact that sometimes when he throws his punches, he can be out of position. All right, not all the time, but if you watch him enough, you'll know what I'm talking about. He can be out of position sometimes, and uh, out of position to the sense where he could be very open to a right hand, very open to a right hand at times. Obviously, I don't think he's fought the level of competition yet that's been able to capitalize on that. But moving forward, obviously he's young. Hopefully he tightens those little things up and gets better at that. But that's definitely something he's gonna want to watch for in this fight, the right hand, because that could be a big story. You know, if he's out of position against a guy who could punch, you know what I mean? Uh, but at the end of the day, man, I just think he has too much tools in the toolbox. I see him getting a unanimous decision, winning by probably about 4 rounds. But we'll see. You know, don't count Vanez Martirosyan out. You know, he could still make this a very interesting fight. Like I said, he surprised a lot of people versus Arislani Laura. And you never know in boxing. You know, I think a lot of times, every time people see um, two boxers getting in the ring, they automatically think the better boxer is going to win. But that's not always the case. Okay, sometimes guys who are more pressure fighters can win if they're better at what they do than the boxer is at what he does. And Ruslan Provodnikov versus Mike Alvarado should have showed you guys that. That was a good example of how sometimes if you're better at what you do, if you're more skilled at cutting off the ring and applying pressure than the boxer is at boxing, then you could beat the boxer. You could beat them. You know, it's just all about who's better at what they do. Now, in this case, I just think Demetrius Andrade is better at what he does. He's more versatile, and therefore he's gonna go ahead and get the ring. He's gonna get the win. And stylistically, there's just more things he could do in there. Like I said, beautiful jab on this guy. Um, Hopefully, offensively, he opens up in this fight to a decent degree to make it a good fight. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So you guys let me know what you think. If you have Vanez winning, go ahead and comment below. Let me know why. And tell me what you think about Demetrius Andrade. A lot of people are really high on this guy. They think that he could definitely make some noise at 154. I agree. I think he's definitely top 10 right now. And a win here probably propels him, you know, top 5. So We'll see. We'll see what's next for this guy. You guys comment below. Let me know who you have winning this fight. Peace.